First, I want to thank you for taking time to check out this video. I know that your time's valuable and I don't take that for granted. My name's Sven Nelson, also known as the guy that gets you paid. And in my over 2 decades of working in collections industry and commercial credit, I've seen how time and time again how delinquent accounts can destroy a business's cash flow. I'm one of the owners of C2C Resources and I live and breathe commercial credit and finance. Second, you're here because you're a credit manager, director of credit, CFO, or even a business owner that struggles from time to time to get paid by your clients. You've done everything you said you would, right? You delivered a great product or service, and now your customer won't pay, has a dispute, or is avoiding you. Maybe this is a one-off, or maybe it's an ongoing issue and you struggle to get your DSO down. I get it. Everyone knows that cash flow is the lifeblood of any business, and even if sales are rolling in, but you aren't getting paid, that's a real problem. So, what are your options? Well, option one, you can keep doing what you're doing, sending emails, writing letters, sending past due notices, keep calling to get another broken promise, but at some point, you're just duplicating efforts, and we all know that doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results is Einstein's definition of insanity. And in this case, time is money. The longer you go without getting paid, the less chance you have to recover those debts. I mean, let's face it, these debts aren't like fine wine or cheese. They don't get better with age, right? So if these folks owe you money, it's safe to say that you're not the only one that they owe money to, right? And anything that you're doing is exactly what everyone else that they owe money to is doing too. While you're spending time doing that, your new and good paying customers aren't getting the attention they need. And now they may start to lag behind or become a problem too. There are endless projects that need attention that you aren't able to keep up with because you're spending too much of your time chasing folks trying to get them to pay you. Does any of this sound familiar? All right, let's talk about option two. So many folks think that they should just go out, hire an attorney, and go the nuclear route, right? And take them to court, get a judgment. But that's easier said than done. That's if you can even find a decent collection attorney, because most typical business attorneys really despise and hate to do collections. Here's why this option may not be the best for you either. First and foremost, our justice system is severely backlogged, even more so nowadays. The justice system itself really isn't set up to collect money, it's set up to dispense justice. It's a long, drawn-out process, and by the time you get through it, your debtor's either gone bankrupt, hidden all their assets, or you end up with nothing more than a judgment, which you still have to find, locate, and attach assets, which in and of itself is a whole other long process. Not to mention that once you file suit, your debtor can then turn around and countersue you for free. Now, whether you're guilty or not, you have to pay hourly to defend it, and you just have opened yourself up to another liability beyond your unpaid debt. You now must pay attorney fees, court costs, and everything that goes along with this just to go nowhere or end up in a stalemate where they drop their seat if you agree to drop yours. Look, I'm not saying that there aren't good collection attorneys out there, because there are. In fact, I have some of the best in the business on my team. Or that there isn't a time to file suit, but there is a right time and a wrong time to go that route. And most do it at the wrong time, far too early, or when it's really not necessary, or even worse, there's nothing to be gained because there are no assets to go after, or you have someone that is a proven habitual debtor that never pays. That's why the fastest way to get paid isn't by hiring an attorney or to continue to do it yourself after a certain point. It's to first let a professional debt collector handle the delinquent account for you. This not only saves you time and stress, but it also gives you the best odds of recovering your money. After all, this is what debt collectors do for a living, day in and day out. But be careful who you trust with this task, because choosing the wrong debt collection agency could not only mean you end up getting paid less money, but it could even land you in legal hot water. That's because there's a lot of unlicensed and overzealous collection agencies out there, and if they get caught operating without a license or doing anything else illegal, you could be sued right along with them, even if you didn't know. So, you want to steer well clear of any unscrupulous agencies who can burn bridges with clients or destroy your reputation overnight. And let me tell you another little dirty secret about the collections industry. There are many agencies out there who attract clients by quoting cheap contingency fees up front, but because they can only afford inexperienced employees and antiquated systems, they can only collect the easiest accounts, and they send the more difficult accounts to an attorney, which you could have easily done yourself, while jacking up their fees and still demanding to get paid. That's why hiring a cheap collection agency can be a costly mistake for you. Here's how we do things differently. First, we employ only the best and most experienced collectors in the business with a long track record of handling these cases and getting our clients paid. We manage these accounts in a completely different manner than any of our competitors, making sure that all accounts get worked evenly regardless of the balance size. So even the smaller accounts get the attention they deserve. Yes, we care about you getting paid for the smaller accounts too. Listen, since 2002, we've helped tens of thousands of clients collect over $500 million in bad debt. What's really great is that we don't have a single client that we have asked to sign a contract. They come back to us time and time again because they love us and we do a great job for them, right? Now, at my company, C2C Resources, we focus on creating a win-win between our clients and their customers, sifting through financial data, working with the customers to get to the bottom and the root cause for non-payment. Because if you don't know why someone isn't paying you, then you can't motivate them to pay you. And that's the key to having a successful solutions-driven outcome in what we do. We use all the tools at our disposal and work these accounts heavily in-house before even thinking about going legal as a very last resort. And only if we think that there is a real possibility that filing legal action is a good action to take. Not because we're going to jack up our fees or charge some legal management fee, all of which we don't do at my company. Look, there are some cases where going legal is necessary, but let's rule out the other options first. We'll always aim to get you paid without resorting to litigation and making a bad problem worse. Whether I get you paid or not, you can rest assured that you will get the resolution to your issues without throwing good money after bad, at least if I can help it. Here's my guarantee to you, that you will not find anyone in this business that will work harder for you than me and my team to get you paid or made whole as best we possibly can. If we don't, then we'll tell you why you aren't getting paid and we'll hopefully give you some information on how you can prevent this from happening again in the future. Not only that, but I want you to know that we are in it for the long haul. We aren't just a band-aid, we're a solutions provider and we want to help you avoid these issues. We can help you with credit policy review, resources for credit data, and other order-to-cash solutions. Even if they aren't through our company, we want to help you with our network of resources to put you in a better position to extend credit and mitigate your risk. We're focused on providing tools and resources to help our clients mitigate risk and minimize their bad debt. That's why we came up with things like Credit App Express for small to medium-sized businesses to affordably digitize their credit applications and help onboard and vet their new customers more quickly and efficiently. We're about the long-term relationships that drive results, and if you're looking for the right partner to help you collect and to help you improve your DSO and get your difficult accounts to pay you, then we're the right solution that you're looking for. So what are the next steps if you'd like to get your uncollected or uncollectible accounts paid sooner rather than later and improve your DSO? All you need to do is click the button below this video to schedule a free consultation. On the call, me or someone from my team will explain how we can help you get back the money you owed, no matter how big it is. This not only frees up your time so you can focus on your more important things in your business, but you can also rest assured that your money is being recovered by some of the most experienced professionals in the industry. It's also worth mentioning that there are no upfront fees, no contracts to sign, and we're only paid strictly on performance. Not only that, if you have a contract or agreement that allows us to do so, we'll work hard to get your customer to pay for our services so that you can be made whole. Book a call now and let's start this journey together. Let us help you get paid and improve your cash flow.